We're talking with Oliver Sloup of Blue Line Futures in Chicago. And Oliver, we had some cash cattle trade last week that was a few dollars higher than what we had the week before, which at that time had been several dollars higher than the week before that. Everybody remembers how we were stuck at 114 out in the country for a better part of 2 months straight. And it looks like we had some trade up around 123 on Friday as we wrapped up the week in the country. That'd be steady to another dollar higher. Grass basis sales 195 to 196 out there, so that seemed to be a fairly supportive factor. Lean live hogs out in the country were down 51 cents last Friday. Carcass basis hogs were 80 cents higher at $100.21 on average. Well, let's take a look at the beef cutout values and the pork cutout values and see what they had to offer. They were higher, and choice beef cuts were up $1.67 Friday afternoon. Selects were 24 cents higher. On the pork side, we had some big gains there too. We had the carcass values $2.17 higher, and the belly market was up $5. However, you look at the futures trade today, and on the live cattle board right now, we started out higher, now we're lower everywhere. We have June down 67, check that, now down 72 at 121.85, within a dime of our low of the day. On the feeder cattle market right now, you have the May contract down a nickel at 149.57 after a high of 150.75 early on in the session. In the lean hog market right now, you have the May contract 92 cents higher at 107.30. June up 52 at 109.47, but that's still about a half dollar off its earlier high of the day. What do you see at work here in the livestock market early today?
Well, I think a lot of this is just kind of a buy the rumor, sell the fact scenario that we've seen play out. We saw cash market obviously stabilize and work higher over the last couple of weeks, especially last week. But I think a lot of that optimism was baked into the cake, and I think a lot of that was reflected through prices. If you look from March 23rd to April 7th, we rallied about 9 of 11 sessions there on thoughts that we were going to get cash to firm up. We finally got the cash to firm up, and now you're seeing some profit taking. I think all in all, the fundamentals remain very constructive for the live cattle market, and we'd be buyers at a little bit more of a pullback. There's good trendline support that comes in near 120. Also an interaction point. Previously, a lot of interactions between buyers and sellers at that 120 mark. So if we pull back a little bit more in that June contract, we think that there's going to be support in the market there. So as mentioned in the grain segment, a pullback here, not overly concerning. Healthy for a longer-term directional play.
Interesting. Well, thanks for pointing that out. I appreciate it, Oliver. Oliver Sloup of Blue Line Futures with us here on a Monday morning. Janet, back to you.